San Diego, California.
The Hoboken City
Municipal
Council
Code
unanimously voted to amend the municipal law
St. Louis
that bans cross-dressing.
Ordinance
The
542.
Hoboken City Council
Houston, Texas.
34 cities in 1848 and passed laws criminalizing 34 cities in
Los Angeles, Memphis, Miami, Minneapolis, Nashville, Newark.
Between 1848 and 1900, 34 cities in 21 states passed laws criminalizing cross-dressing. These municipalities included Charleston, West Virginia, Chicago, Cleveland, Columbus, Dallas, Denver, Detroit, Houston, Kansas City, Lincoln, Los Angeles, Memphis, Miami, Minneapolis, Nashville, Newark, Oakland, Orlando, San Francisco, San Jose, Santa Barbara, and West Palm Beach.
St. Louis, Missouri, Ordinance 5421. Offenses against morals and decency. Section 2. Whoever shall in the city appear in any public place in a state of nudity or in a dress not belonging to his or her sex, or in an indecent or lewd dress, or shall make an indecent exposure of his or her person, or be guilty of an indecent or lewd act or behavior, or shall exhibit, sell, or offer to sell any indecent or lewd book, picture, or other thing, or shall exhibit or perform any indecent, immoral, or lewd play, or other representation, shall be deemed guilty of a misdemeanor. Passed 1864. Repealed July 9th, 1986.
San Diego, California. Municipal Code 5619. No person shall appear in a public place or in a place open to public view in apparel customarily worn by the opposite sex, with the intent to deceive another person for the purpose of committing an illegal act. Passed 1966. The law was repealed August 3rd, 1998.
No person shall appear in public clothed in dress not belonging to his or her sex. The Hoboken City Council unanimously voted to amend the municipal law that bans cross-dressing September 2nd, 2015.
Chicago, Illinois, Section 1928, Municipal Code of the City of Chicago. Any person who shall appear in a public place in a dress not belonging to his or her sex with intent to conceal his or her sex shall be fined not less than $20 nor more than $500 for each offense. Passed in 1851, overturned May 26, 1978.
Houston, Texas, 28424 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Houston. It shall be unlawful for any person to appear on any public street, sidewalk, alley, or public thoroughfare, dressed with the designed intent to disguise his or her true sex as that of the opposite sex. In 1973, Mays versus Texas, Texas defended the cross-dressing law as protecting the survival of the human race by banning homosexual disguises. Passed 1861, repealed August 12, 1980.
Miami Beach, Florida. The first organized Gay Pride Week was celebrated in Miami Beach in early June 1972 with a march on Lincoln Road protesting a city law banning cross-dressing. 2 weeks later, the law was struck down by a federal court. Toledo, Ohio, 1862.
It is unlawful for any homosexual.
It is unlawful for any homosexual.
It is unlawful for any homosexual, lesbian, or other perverted person to appear in clothing of the opposite sex.
To appear in clothing of the opposite sex.
To appear in clothing of the opposite sex. Passed 1862. Voided in 1973.
Columbus, Ohio, Section 234304 of the Columbus City Codes. No person shall appear upon any public street or other public place in a state of nudity or in a dress not belonging to his or her sex, or in an indecent or lewd dress. Passed 1848, overturned March 5, 1975.
St. Paul, Minnesota, Legislative Code, Chapter 280, Section 3. Any person or persons who shall appear in any street or public place in said village in a state of nudity, or in a dress not belonging to his or her sex, or in any indecent or lewd dress, or shall make any indecent exposure of his or her person, or be guilty of any obscene or filthy act, or any lewd, indecent, immoral, or insulting conduct, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. Passed 1891. The law was unanimously repealed on December 23rd, 2003.
Cincinnati, Ohio, Section 909-5, City Municipal Code. No person within the city of Cincinnati shall appear in a dress or costume not customarily worn by his or her sex, or in a disguise when such dress, apparel, or disguise is worn with the intent of committing any indecent or immoral act, of violating any ordinance of the city of Cincinnati or law of the state of Ohio. Overturned November 8, 1974.
Oakland, California. A moral dress code 908080. It is unlawful for any person in the city to appear in any public place nude or in the attire of a person of the opposite sex, or in any indecent or lewd attire. The law was amended on May 21st, 2010.